Brady has already become a bigger star than Carl Yastrzemski, Larry Bird, or Bill Russell.
You go out with Tom and you just kind of feel sorry for him in a way, kind of, because he's just getting bugged all the time. You know, we float through there. They just see a big, overweight white guy. Hey, that's pretty normal out here. You know, but you know, there's Tom Brady. I mean, everybody wants to be around Tom.
Can you go out to restaurants?
If I have the energy to deal with, you know, putting a happy face on, sometimes I don't feel like that.
Now, you seem a bit the reluctant star.
Well, the problem is you can't have one without the other. You can't have the football fame and not the other stuff. So, in a lot of ways, I've created this myself.
This is what you always wanted.
You're right. You're right. It has. And I didn't think it came with all the other baggage, though.
It's awesome because kids have come up to me or texted me that they do notice something different about me, whether it's just how I'm always smiling, always happy. Even coaches have wondered, you know, what's unique about you? And when you get asked that or you know, what is it? It can be a little intimidating at first. And all these things that have been happening in my circumstance with the University of Southern California, with our sanctions, not being able to play in a bowl game, you know, our head coach leaving and all these things that have happened, people have wondered, you know, why haven't you freaked out? Why haven't you left? Why haven't you transferred? But as much as football defines me by this world, it doesn't define who I am as a person. I love playing football, but I'm definitely not the best athlete on the field. Since I was little, I had a John Elway poster up in my room. Always wanted to play quarterback. I think God gives talents differently to different people, and He'll use those talents in different ways. God has really given me a mind to comprehend different things, and it has helped me on the football field of seeing angles, seeing the ways that plays develop, seeing defenders move in a certain manner where I know where they're going to be. But it's 11 men, every snap doing the exact right thing to make a play work. I know I'm not in control. God's working a huge plan right here, and I think if you stay true to yourself and you work hard and you put that work in, then it's going to pay off. I have definitely seen the power of prayer in my life in a lot of areas. In our crazy life in this society, when there's so many things going on, so many different areas that can pull you to different things, is finding peace and quiet to be able to talk to God is something I found that can be very rewarding. And it's just like any relationship that you have with a friend. If you want to get to know them, if you want to grow closer to them, you have to spend time with them. And I think by getting closer to Christ, you just have to talk to him, and that's through prayer.
When I was younger, everybody kind of wanted me on their team. I remember all the parents saying how good I was going to be, telling me that I was going to be in the NFL one day. By world standards, I was a successful person as a high school student, as a college student. I had all the friends, all the girls, everyone liked me, everybody loved me. I had nothing I needed. I had everything. And so I didn't think I needed God. I grew up in a Christian home. I knew all the stories, everything about Jesus, but it seemed a little bit more like a fairy tale to me than actual real life. When I was younger, I was the athletic kid, you know. Sports came easy to me. Yeah, all the praise used to just drive me. Look at Landry, made me want to be the best at everything. He's so good at basketball, he's so good at football. And you want to just keep getting more and more and more of it. It's kind of like a drug. After winning a football game, you're on this high. Basically had the world at my fingertips, and I was just reaching out and grabbing it, everything that I could, and just kind of just stuffing it in my pockets, just filling my life with earthly things and not heavenly things. About my junior year of high school, I got my first offer. I decided to go to Oklahoma. I was gonna go in there and I was gonna start, and I was gonna play immediately. So I get to Oklahoma thinking that this was gonna be exactly like high school. I was pretty naive, thinking that I was gonna come in and take Sam's spot, but obviously that wasn't gonna happen. So when I stepped on campus the first day, my identity was stripped away from me. Everything that I put my faith, my hopes and dreams in was stripped from me. Satan had spoken into me in high school, that without football, without sports, I was worthless. Everyone hated me. Why am I even here on this earth if I can't play football? I believed those lies so much I became sad and lonely, and I went through a state of depression for that first year of college. You know, when I walk into practice, I just have a bad attitude. No one wanted to hang out with me or anything like that. When everybody be having a good day, I'd try to drag them down so I'd feel better about myself. I was just drowning. And it was like Satan just pushing me deeper and deeper and deeper under the water. So I kept feeding my sinful nature, kept feeding it all this trash. Started really getting into drinking, trying to get all the girls. I was sick all the time, my stomach was in knots. So I get done with that first year of college not knowing if I want to continue at OU. I didn't know if I wanted to quit. I just wanted to crawl in a hole and just be left there alone all by myself. I don't know if I wanted to keep living. How can I go through another miserable year like that?
Being a Christian at my school is special because there aren't too many. USC has the most international students of any school in the world. And so there's people from every walk of life that you can imagine, from all over the world. And it's been neat to see over the last couple of years since I've been there, a movement of college students grow to love God and to follow Him more closely. And we know that God is in control. I absolutely think God has placed me where I am and made me the person who I am to be in the position where I am. And the platform that I have as the USC starting quarterback is something that I've always dreamed about playing football and being that guy. But only recently have I realized the power of that position. And to see the USC quarterbacks of the past and how they've grown up and the influence that they've had on people. And now that I'm in that same position, how can I use that for God's kingdom? I think leaving my mark at USC, not only as a football player, but as a man of God who brought USC through troubled times and relied on God and trusted in Him to make things happen, I think will be better than any game we could ever win.
I used to get $600 dorm checks and go eat Subway and use pizza cards to get my way through college and eat baked potatoes and make pancakes every night. So I don't think that's ever been a big thing for me. I mean, I'm making more money now than I ever thought I could ever make playing football.
He's turned down multi-million-dollar endorsement deals because he didn't think they were right for him. And many of the ones he's taken, he's shared with his teammates.
You guys have to go everywhere with me?
But with all that money, fame, and career accomplishments, we were surprised to hear this from him.
Why do I have 3 Super Bowl rings and still think there's something greater out there for me? I mean, maybe a lot of people would say, hey, man, this is what it is. I reached my goal, my dream, my life is... Me, I think, God, it's got to be more than this.
What's the answer?
I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I love playing football, and I love being the quarterback for this team.
This is when God comes in and just drastically changes my life. And it was literally God showing up in the room saying, here I am, Landry. You've been going through all these things. You've been chasing after worldly dreams. And He freed me from all the depression that I had, all the sadness, all the loneliness that I've ever been through. It was probably one of the greatest moments of my life. I just remember feeling just so much love just pouring into me and saying that he didn't care where I was. He didn't care what I had done. All he wanted was me. Instead of I was Landry Jones the athlete, I was Landry Jones the Son of God. And that's what my identity was in now. My life just has been drastically different. I've never felt happier in my entire life. It's the internal joy that God speaks into you. In the end of times, it's not really going to matter if I'm a Hall of Fame quarterback or a great college quarterback or anything like that. It's going to matter what I did on this earth and how I used my gifts for God. My name is Landry Jones.
My name is Matt Barkley.
And I am second.
And I am second.